Okay, penultimate pitch now, and it's great to see you, Stefan. How are you today?
Hello, Andrew. I'm good. How are you doing?
Excellent, real good, thank you. Great to see you, and really interested to hear all about Vestemi. So over to you.
Perfect, thank you. So hello, everyone. I'm Steve Blanc. I'm the CEO of Vestemi. We are a clean tech company with a social and environmental purpose, and we are also the creator of the self-learning radiator control called Radbot. You can see on the screen. The problem we identified is pretty simple. There are about 25 billion euros every year wasted by heating home inefficiently. And one of the reasons is basically because heating system cannot match their schedule with the occupancy of the home and of the individual rooms. And when we know that a quarter of the CO2 emission comes from heating homes and buildings, we know by default no country will be able to reach their climate change targets without a revolution in home heating. So the solution, or one of the solutions, is our award-winning product, the self-learning radiator control Radbot, which is proven to save up to 30% of your heating bills. It includes an intelligent algorithm that detects and predict the occupancy of individual room, and that can heat up or not accordingly to this occupancy. Radbot is part of a product category called TRV, standing for thermostatic radiator valve. It's the kind of things you may have by your radiators, this little thing. It's the first one, the biggest one, is the manual TRV. Very easy to install. You just screw it and it works. It's kind of, you do it once, you choose your level of comfort and you leave it. So at the end of the day, very easy to install, but from an energy efficiency point of view, it's not really the best because nobody changed the kind of comfort when you leave the room, for example. The second part of this category is the connected TRV with brands like Hive, you may have heard about, where it's kind of connected. You put a schedule through your app. So from an energy efficiency point of view, it starts to be pretty good because you define the schedule. But to install it, to schedule it, to set it up, it's kind of not for everyone. You need an app, you need Wi-Fi, you need to pair it with your hub. It's pretty challenging, let's be honest. And then you've got Radbot. Radbot is as easy to install as this manual TRV I was showing, and you leave it, you install it, and you leave it. It's a fit and forget product, as we call it. So basically, it's going to start after a few days to give you the energy efficiency you need. It's basically, you forget Radbot, but Radbot doesn't forget you, as we would say. And what's the market behind the TRV I was talking about? TRV are linked to the wet heating systems, as we call them. So when you have a boiler in your place or when you have communal heating, this is about 1.2 billion addressable radiators with our product. And the market is a yearly 70 million devices, 70 million TRVs sold every year across the main countries in Europe. So who are we? Vestemi, I will start just in 2018 when we commercialized the first Radbot back in December 2018. 2 months later, our savings, the energy saving we were claiming, were proven. And 2 months after that, we were approved to take part of the ECO3 trial. A quick one, ECO3 is the government scheme in the UK listing all the energy efficiency measures. And a few months later, EDF Energy decided to come on board and sponsor us for this trial. Then back in October of last year, we won the Energy Efficiency Award of the Year, very proudly, just before cracking 2 commercial deals with QVC and Save Money Cut Carbon. And the latest milestone, which is important to us, is back in March, 2 months ago, where we completed the installation of the Eco3 trial with 125 homes that will prove our saving and put us on the list of eco measures across the UK. So who's the team behind all of this? We're about 10 people so far. I'm not going to list everyone, just a few people. You can see at the bottom left, Damon Hart-Davis is the co-founder of the company, and I can say he's the brain behind the product. We've got Erin Eriksson. She joined about a year and a half ago. She's our Chief Marketing and Product Officer, and she brought all the creativity. A TRV is not a very kind of sexy product, I would say, but with the creativity of Radbot, with all the benefits, she was a key asset in this in building this product. And you've got myself. I joined as CEO a few months ago, coming from Centrica Hive, one of the leader of the smart home products. And I was in charge of commercial and international development. And previously, I spent years at Amazon doing also international development. Let's talk numbers. I will not kind of go through all the numbers on this table, just a couple. 2022, we will reach net margin positive with about 180,000 devices sold. 2 years later, in 2024, we expect to reach £10 million in revenue with a pretty profitable business, as you can see. And all of these will also come with some carbon saving. By 2024, we expect to save up to 72,000 tons of CO2. This is the equivalent of 17,000 to 18,000 cars on the road every year. Last but not least, we're here today because we are seeking to raise about £1.5 million with a pre-money evaluation of £4.5 million. And we will use this money to grow our team in order to develop our sales network, both domestically in the UK, but also internationally, because markets like Germany, Italy, France are fully compatible with our products already. We will also invest this money to manufacture because we need some hardware and manufacturing. And last but not least, we will invest in further product development because wet central heating is great, but there is electric also to address, and we're ready to do such a thing. That's it for me. Thank you.
Stefan, thank you very much indeed. Great to see a product that actually fits the way people really live, as opposed to expecting us to do lots of things that we just never get around to doing. I can see some great questions coming in here, and we're joined by our colleague Jeremy to help you answer those. John, over to you to put the questions to Stefan and Jeremy.
Hi, Stefan, Jeremy. It's great to see you pitch this morning. I've followed Vestemi for some time. Question in from Bernie Balkan. Hi, Bernie. You said it is fit and forget, but don't the valves have to have some power source, i.e. a battery that needs to be replaced periodically?
Yes, that's a very good question. I will let Jeremy, our CEO, respond to this question. Jeremy, over to you.
Yes, good afternoon. Sorry, good morning. Yes, you're quite right. The devices have standard domestic AA batteries in them, 2 of them. The design of the product is that we expect the batteries to last for 2 years. So we expect to get a long lifespan out of them, very low voltage use in normal operation.
In fact, maybe I think you have long-term plans maybe to remove batteries, is that right?
Yeah, there's a technology called energy harvesting where we can actually convert the heat that the unit sees, or indeed the light that the unit sees, into supporting the battery operation, and that's something we're looking at in our R&D teams.
Okay, brilliant. What's the unit? This is a question from Hugo Le Breton. What is the unit cost of a unit for a buyer?
For a buyer today, we are selling at £49 per device. As far as you buy 4 of them, it goes down to £39, and the wholesale price so far we've been kind of providing was around £30.
Okay, thanks. And finally, Is the product standard across the EU, or are design changes required to enable access to mainland Europe and even beyond?
Yeah, so we'll take this question. When you buy a product, as I was showing a bit earlier, the box of Radbot, it includes 6 adapters to fit with kind of 95% of the radiators across Europe. There is another one, and kind of 7th, which is pretty rare, but that would cover the remaining 5%. We decided so far not to put in the box, but when you buy it, as I said, it's kind of compatible with most of the radiators, most of the 1.2 billion radiators across Europe.
Okay, thanks, guys. I mean, lots of questions still coming in, and that applies to all the presentations. So each and every one will be answered post the event. So thanks for your time.
Thank you.